This video is sponsored by Squarespace. While the iPhone is a great camera, it's never going to compare to a professional camera. So let's talk about the 3 reasons why your iPhone will never take professional photos. And I know you're probably saying, hey, isn't he the guy who just told us you could? Yes, but on the same end, we need to regulate all the people who think they can just pick up an iPhone and do great work. So, reason number 1 is the sensor size. If y'all aren't familiar, sensor size actually makes a huge difference on how your photo looks and the resolution that your photo is going to have. Especially the number 1 thing that all photographers want, which is bokeh. That lovely, beautiful, blurry background. The smaller the sensor size, the less bokeh you're going to get. So clearly with an iPhone, it's actually not going to be that great. And actually, while I was just saying this, I got an idea for a video. Maybe I'll do iPhone versus crop sensor versus medium format, so we can compare what sensor size does to your photos. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, the iPhone can do great work, but it's just never going to compare to like a medium format camera like the GFX 102 with the 110 f2 on it. Like, come on. It cannot do that. So clearly the sensor size is going to make a huge difference. Now with Lightroom's new blur feature, it is possible to get some believable bokeh in your iPhone photos, but again, it's never going to compare to a full frame, medium format, or even crop sensor lens. Now, I do wholeheartedly believe in this feature and you should use it yourself. The results are pretty good, and if you want to see my video of going over how to use it, definitely check that out up above. Reason number 2 is going to be functionality. Now, on the iPhone, you can take amazing photos, but when it comes to shooting in manual and really controlling what your camera is doing, it is extremely clunky on the iPhone. Now, on any of my cameras, I have knobs and dials that I can use where I can quickly change my settings. If I need to raise my ISO or drop my shutter or the aperture, all that stuff is right there at my fingertips. Now, on the iPhone, first off, it's mad hard to even get to any of those settings if you're using the normal camera app. And there are other great apps as well, like the Moment app. However, it's a little slow getting to those settings and moving them as well. If you're hoping to do anything professional, even up to something like wedding photography, it's gonna be very hard to keep in control of your settings while also taking those photos. Whenever I do my full shoots on the iPhone, I'm usually just using the normal camera app because I don't even want to fuss around with trying to change the settings how I would on a normal camera in manual because it's too much. And if you haven't seen the shoot I did with an iPhone, definitely check it out up above. I put my X-T5 against an iPhone and the results are actually pretty amazing. But being able to change your settings on the fly quickly and easily is like the number 1 thing any professional needs to do, and your iPhone is not going to be able to do that. Now, you might not be able to take professional photos with your iPhone, but you can have a professional website with this video sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is going to give you everything you need for a professional website without too much effort on your part. That's half the reason why I've been using them for over 10 years. Sign up for Squarespace, choose the template, fill it with your beautiful photos, and you basically have an amazing website. This is a great way to show off your portfolio to your potential clients and also build something bigger than you ever thought you could. No matter if you're trying to start professional photography or have other hobbies that you want to show off to the world, you can do that with Squarespace. With its e-commerce, you're able to sell physical and digital products. You can also set up courses if you have anything you want to teach to anybody. Great analytics to see what's happening on your website, and amazing customer service. And I would know because I used to work there. Definitely make sure to check out the link in the description below for 10% off of your first domain or website. Again, you may not be able to take professional photos, but you can still have a professional website. Reason number 3 is the fact that there aren't enough accessories for the iPhone. Now, Moment lenses are great and they look absolutely amazing. The Lume Cube is a great LED light that you can use whenever and it fits in your pocket. It's just so great. But that's about all you have. No flashes, no flash triggers, no additional batteries, which could be a problem if you're shooting a longer session or something like a wedding. You can't just be charging your phone all day with like an extra battery grip. It's just a lot of things that we don't have that we could use on an iPhone that a professional would need. You know, I go to my weddings and I'm changing my batteries 2 to 3 times in a day. It's easy to pop the battery out and back in, but with an iPhone, I can't do that. Also, when it comes to changing lenses, I'm able to do that very quickly on any of my cameras. But the moment lenses, it's a little bit finagly. You gotta kind of get it off on your phone, and it's just not as nice. Nothing against moment lenses, it's more so the iPhone that's the problem. Because of all this functionality, you really aren't gonna get that much out of your iPhone on a professional sense. So really, the only place it's gonna work are like engagement sessions, lifestyle sessions, anything that's slow and you have control over. Portraits, social media photos, things like that. That's where the iPhone really shines. Give it anything that's a little bit challenging where you need speed and accuracy, and this is where the iPhone falls apart. So if you're thinking about starting your career using an iPhone only, I would definitely put some pause to it, unless you're only shooting something like lifestyle or something of that sort. Just make sure you're not getting into the iPhone world thinking you're going to be able to do every single type of photography. However, I do think there is a place for iPhones, and don't let anyone tell you that you're not able to shoot professional photos with an iPhone. If you haven't seen my video about how you're able to, definitely check it out right over here.